Yay!
All right, gonna grab a beer and then we'll get started.
Sounds
Yay.
good.
Which movie are we doing first?
Brightburn.
Primarily critical.
Fire when ready, Steve.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to Primarily Critical at Movies at an After Party. This would be it.
If you have not seen this movie, we suggest that you do so before listening any further.
Because we've got spoilers, trivia, and opinions like crazy, and we cannot wait to share them.
Good, bad, new, old, weird, or gross.
We will pass judgment on them all.
Today, never underestimate the power you can give when you grant someone a sense of community. My name is Steve. I'm here with
Bill?
and
John.
John. Perfect.
Yes.
Today we're talking about Brightburn. Did you guys get where I was going with that intro?
Not really.
Okay,
No,
fair
Enlighten-
enough.
Enlighten us.
It seems like this kid doesn't have a real good sense of he doesn't have any attachments. You know, he's just going around willy-nilly. Brightburn is about it's a very classic tale of kind of a Clark Kent in Smallville kind of thing. Except this is what's his name?
He's
Brendan Breyer.
Brendan Breyer. Yes.
Brendan Breyer, and he's he falls from the sky, and his parents adopt him, and he's got superpowers, and it comes.
Yeah, I mean, really, it is the Superman story, except for he's evil instead of good.
Well, he's confused.
Oh, please.
Okay,
No,
he's evil.
He's evil to the core.
He's a child that's been hearing voices, and he's being activated. He's a sleeper agent, if you will. And I wouldn't doubt. And if you watch to the end of the movie, there's other of these beings, evil, perhaps all evil beings on the planet already, right? So, did you guys catch that at the end of the movie?
No, I did not catch this.
I did see that they talked about some lady with a magic rope going around harassing people, which would allude to Wonder Woman. And then there was a dude in the sea getting sea creatures to attack people, and that would allude to Aquaman.
So they're redoing the superheroes, but making them villains.
Oh, in this case, yeah. This is what happens if Superman comes to the Earth and is not a good citizen, is not a superhero. He's a supervillain.
Yeah.
And he's obviously being programmed from, he's hearing voices from the mother planet or something, activating him, and he flips a switch throughout the movie and just is cold-blooded, hearted time after time to his dad, to his mother,
Yeah.
to his friends.
Yeah, there's no good in this kid. There's no signs at any point that he's even has 1 ounce of empathy or...
Very, very little. And it's this movie is a horror movie, right? It's a superhero or villain horror movie or something.
Sure. I would say it's a horror movie, yeah.
It's a horror movie.
Yeah, but there's no ally to his axis. You know what I mean?
No, it's hopeless. It's not a feel good movie. You don't feel like satisfied at the end. You just know this kid exists, and he covers it up like a convenient cover up. Not convenient. He causes a plane to crash on this farm.
Oh, I forgot about the plate.
Yeah, and he's sitting there eating a cookie, looking all innocent, like he covered up all the tracks, right, at the end?
Well, don't blame the cookie. Jesus.
I like this movie, and I like the way it ended. I'm glad it didn't have a happy ending. I'm glad that, it was,
Nice.
So, yeah, that was the question. John, you enjoyed it? Steve?
I did, yeah.
I really liked it.
You did?
Yeah, it was twisted. It was like really twisted.
Man,
And it was good. It was wow. It wasn't good, but I mean, he killed the parents, right? Brutally, especially the dad, quite brutally. And but I mean, there was no ambiguity, right? They didn't leave you wondering whether he was a good person or
Nope. All you wonder is how will they ever stop him?
Stop him, yeah. Yeah, because clearly a rifle shot to the back of the head is just not going to cut it.
The only thing we know that could cut it, pun intended, is that the mother
of the spaceship.
Yeah, the mother witnesses that a piece of the material from the spaceship, and she gets a piece of it like a shiv. And when she goes to get that shiv in where the ship is, there's a woman that was all twisted there, right? Gutted.
that was pretty twisted.
What the hell's that? Like an offering or something?
I think he was just having fun.
Okay. He does have a fascination with the human anatomy, and he's programming to find weaknesses and awful. Like, he is 100% got to be stopped. and I tell you, I appreciate this movie. I thought it was well acted and believable. If this scenario played out, this is believable. The parents played it out pretty believably, right?
Well, okay, I do agree it is believable. I thought it was well acted stuff, but there is that whole thing, and this goes to Superman too. When a baby falls from outer space, do people, is it just normal to say, I want to raise this as my own?
But there, in all the stories I've ever saw, the origin of Superman, it's parents that are like, they can't have a kid.
Yeah, so they're desperate.
Yeah.
And they open up the movie showing all these spines of books about trying to get pregnant, right? So you know they're in that desperate situation, and they both. But it's a pretty big leap to go wow, what do they think? This is God just sent them a baby? That's not normal stuff. Spaceships landing in your yard with babies in them is just not acceptable. You don't. You phone scientists and
it's the same thing with Tarzan. Okay, the apes were just going about their daily life, and the humans crashed in a spaceship and or shit, right? And then they found this baby on the plane, and they decided to raise it on its own.
Sure. Yeah.
Except Tarzan was.
Maybe I just don't have this emotional attachment to strange babies that fall from the sky like other people do. So I can't relate. I just,
it looked quite normal. It looked like a baby.
Yeah. Sure. Yeah. Yeah. Well, I think we this is maybe a cautionary tale about that. Do not take babies that fall from the sky. All right.
Yeah. It's definitely a cautionary tale.
In one scenario, your son grows up to be a world savior, a superhero, and in this scenario, not so much.
Right. Yeah.
But man, I felt this movie was just mean, and a mean-spirited movie. Everybody was nice. He had the most wonderful parents. His uncle was cool. He bought him a gun for his birthday, and he repays him by killing them all.
Yeah, well, he didn't kill the uncle's wife.
That's right.
He didn't kill her.
Well,
yeah, because she told him to take care, buddy. That's what she said.
He would have got around to it.
Because you too.
He's going to get around to it.
He's going to end up living with her.
No, I don't think she's going to have him after this. I mean, she must, unless she doesn't know he's at the root of all this stuff.
Well, that's a good point. Yeah, he's playing it out like he's trying to cover his tracks all the time. In the same way that, like Clark Kent, always had to have a cover for where he was, and working at his day job and the
Daily Planet.
Now, you guys may have noticed when he was drawing in his book, he was right-handed, right? Remember that?
I did not pay attention to this, but
I have an obscure question for you.
okay.
You find out you have superpowers, and you suspect you have superpowers, and you see a lawnmower running in front of you, and you feel compelled to jam your hand into the blade just to see whether you have superpowers, which you already think you do.
Yeah.
Do you jam your right hand or your left hand into the lawnmower?
Well, personally, I wouldn't jam either hand, but you'd want to make sure first. But
you could start.
Logic would say you use your hand you don't write with.
Right. Yes.
Yeah.
Well,
you use your left.
That's right.
One could really start with their foot.
Yes. A foot, maybe.
This is the quality stuff we cover with
this is
movie reviews,
Yeah.
And then one has to ask,
primarily critical at its best.
one has to ask, which foot do you kick with? So you want to probably choose your non-dominant foot.
Yeah.
I would definitely.
Well, really, you should probably start with your ass, because you can afford to lose an ass cheek, and life will pretty much be normal.
Okay.
Right?
Well, you'll be shitting. No.
Well, just the cheek, okay? Not, just you can lose an ass cheek, and life will, you can get an implant or something. I don't know. Anyways.
Okay.
I think
we're talking hands here, John. Just hands.
Okay.
Let's bring it back to the movie a bit more.
Okay.
Sure.
What do you think those voice was telling the kid, Brandon? Did it say take the world?
Take the world, yes.
Yeah.
That's what he heard.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Take the world.
Do you think, here's a question, do you think this was coinciding with his puberty? He was hitting an age where this is the time where he's ready to be activated?
Well, it certainly seemed that way. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like right along the line of
he would have been at that age. Yeah.
Oh man, yeah. It was a horror movie for sure to me. It was like it slowly ramped up to killing everybody, and nobody survived at the end, kind of thing. Or one person did, I guess, the sister, right? So
yeah.
Ooh, wonder if there'll be a sequel. Hmm?
Who knows?
Or a series. I mean, we got the anti-Wonder Woman, whatever that Wonder Bitch, let's say.
Yeah,
they could do a movie about that. I mean, who knows?
They might have some, like, I don't know, alternate dimension, dark Justice League or something.
Sure, a whole universe here of evil.
Do any of you know if this is connected or exists as a comic book in the universe, or is this a fresh thing that was brought to be made into a movie?
It looks pretty new. It was written by Brian and Mark Gunn.
So
and it was produced by James Gunn. So I'm guessing this is a family affair.
That's the guys behind Guardians of the Galaxy, right?
I know James Gunn did Guardians of the Galaxy, and he's gonna do the third movie after he finishes off the Suicide Squad movie. But okay, I have another obscure question. Okay, so he's harassing his would-be girlfriend's mom at work. Brendan is harassing the lady at the restaurant, and he fogs up all the glass, and he draws his little his little symbol,
his logo,
his logo all over the glass. that seems very un-12-year-old. I don't see a 12-year-old drawing the same symbol over and over and over and over again, even with super speed. I mean, why would a kid?
The voices were telling him to get his penmanship better, get better at your logo. You're gonna have to do this a lot.
Even a super-powered 12-year-old wouldn't have the patience to do that.
It's the attention span, right? It's like, I've done this, I don't want to do that again. I got to do something different now, right? Yeah, I can do it maybe 3-4 times, but
how about his little his sketchbook, his little doodle book full of all that, plus he's admitting to all the murders, like all the and his mom's flipping through it, right? And finally she realizes, oh shit, you know.
Well, I could see that because he can do that over a long period of time.
Yeah, it just keeps reinforcing that this kid is evil. It's just all the evil backstory and underpinnings of a psychotic.
Isn't it funny how kids can draw like violent drawings and stuff like that, and parents will look at it like, oh, he's an artist, until he ends up like shooting up the school or becoming a psychopath. And then they look at those drawings like, oh my God, you know, what were you thinking if he was drawing this stuff, right?
Of course. You know, I wrote down this doodle book is a smoking gun. It's a red flag.
Yeah, but see, I had lots of friends that drew shit like that when I was, young, and it was good artistry,
Oh yeah, sure.
That's not a red flag.
Well, look,
I drew a lot of crazy shit, I gotta say.
Yeah.
But conveniently, this all gets wrapped up in a tidy bow at the end with him throwing a plane on the farm, the house, and gets rid of all the evidence. Even the police officers that showed up. Like, no shit. It's just, and a carnage. How many people died? His body count went way up. He's like up to 300 plus deaths. And he keeps
his murder count went way up with that airplane.
Yeah.
God.
But I gotta say, I just gotta say, the kid's got to get a better suit. He's got to look classier if he's gonna be a super villain. That little number he's got there.
Needs some kind of leotard outfit or something, right?
He needs something more. He'll get there.
Yeah.
Needs something tighter.
Yeah. Have you guys seen The Omen?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Lori made reference that I have not seen The Omen, but she said that this reminds her of The Omen.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Sure. So you definitely got a Superman mixed with The Omen, mixed with a horror movie. Omen's a horror movie. Yeah.
Okay. I don't know anything about The Omen.
Oh, it's pretty creepy. It's a creepy movie. It's about the son of Satan.
Okay.
Literally. But in the time period of the movie, like around the 1980 or something, late 70s, I forget when that.
Yeah, it's an old movie. Yeah,
it is. It's an old movie. And there's sequels and the whole deal.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a great reference, and there's some moments where he's just that kid is totally cold, like when the mother tells the kid at the breakfast table the kid's eating cereal, and the mother goes, your uncle died last night.
Yeah,
and he's like, oh, okay. Keeps eating.
Yeah, heartless.
Heartless.
Soul, yeah.
Yep.
Boy, oh boy.
Oh, what a chilling moment when the bullet ricochets off the kid's head and the dad's like, he's dead for it.
I didn't see that coming. And I don't think the mom expected it either. I don't think.
You didn't think he was taking son on a hunting trip to look at the flowers or look at the deer? Meanwhile,
no, because he sold it, right? And she bought into it, mommy, because mom hadn't written them off yet, right? Yeah. And so dad was doing this totally on his own.
What would you do?
On his own, and he couldn't.
What would you do if you're in that guy's shoes, the father's shoes? That's a tough pickle
Imagine he decided to use this as a teachable moment. And he taught the kid compassion through hunting, and maybe gave him a sense of community, which is a callback to my beginning statement. And then he brought him home, and said, "Okay, now let's figure this out. Let's figure out your superpowers. Let's give you I don't know,
Yeah.
give him a Fortress of Solitude in the north."
What did you think?
Well, I thought he was going to shoot him. Yeah.
Yeah.
I really did. Yeah. I thought. I mean, maybe it's just because I just do that with my kids anyways. I'm just kidding. That's a bad joke. I wouldn't.
I hope you're kidding.
It's a hilarious joke, and I think that's
funny. Kids, I didn't mean that. If you guys want, it was a joke. Okay.
It was a joke. It was a very funny joke.
Yeah.
I endorse that joke.
I don't, but
I did think that's what he was doing. I thought he was bringing him out there to shoot him. Yeah.
I did,
because there was some stuff like the dad was pretty adamant about the situation prior to that trip, and so I couldn't see him having a big change of his thinking for that trip.
He was going through the pictures. He was like, "Oh, the pictures! Oh,
yeah."
But he was just wrestling with his. But you think about it, if you knew your kid was a murderer and you got to stop him, like, I don't know, wouldn't you try to first tell the authorities and say, "Hey, my kid, I think is responsible for all these murders"? He goes straight to the wanting to kill him.
Yeah, that is true. I mean, that's a little extreme.
And the sheriff or whoever was the chief of police in that town or that city, Brightburn, he figured it out, and he eventually, confronts the mother and about it, and he gets taken out like nothing, eh?
Yeah, he ends up being a fly on the wall.
Like
or a fly in the windshield.
Exactly. He just gets obliterated. And you could just think, this is the kid version? This is like what is he, 12 years old, this kid, or 11?
Yeah.
Whoa, man. We got ourselves a problem here.
Big problem. Yeah. A bulletproof human is a big problem.
It's a big problem.
And especially if they're evil.
Laser eyes.
They're an extra big problem.
Yeah, super speed, flying.
Yeah. That's a super duper bad problem.
It's a super duper bad problem. Yeah.
You need to make sure that person has a good moral compass.
Yeah. Really, that's their. And so fortunately, he was raised by a family that should have instilled a good moral compass. But if that failed, being raised by two loving parents that had good moral compasses, there's nothing that's going to get through to this kid.
I think
super evil, and so he needs to be destroyed. So we're talking nuclear weapons here,
Hey, that's what humans always do in these scenarios, right? They take it to the nuclear level. That's all they got left.
Yeah, well, it's all we got. Yeah,
but
that's our biggest ultimate weapon, and if he's nuke proof, we're really
if the mom and dad had communicated better. Then the mom would have told the dad that he could have made bullets out of the spaceship.
Oh,
and the dad would have told the mom that he was gonna.
If they would have pulled their thinking, if they would have played ball, that's a smart idea.
That's it. Melt it down, mold it, make it into a bullet.
Because he successfully landed a blow on the kid. He did.
And you know what? I bet you the sister is gonna figure it out. Because in the pile of the dead mother that lands to earth, she'll find that piece of the shiv and go, she had this on her. I don't know where that shiv went to.
Yeah, I don't know.
You know what scene I'm talking about? The mother tries to stab the kid at the end.
Yes.
Stops her.
Yeah.
We never knew.
You probably couldn't melt that stuff, though. It's probably some wicked steel that we've never heard of. That's just,
sure,
it's like it's more Better than
She
diamond.
was able to rip it off the thing.
That would
there
kill
is that, yeah.
that would kill him. We know the kid cut his hand on it. That would take him out with the right tool. If you fashion a sword or bullets, like you said, we're in business.
Yeah, I think you're right, Phil. I leave you to do that. You should make the tool to stop.
A whole line, like a spear, a machete, everything. Just get everything.
They had 10 years to gear up for this.
Yeah, that's right.
Let's get into this trivia, shall we?
Sure, let's do it.
I think this conversation is slowly dying. The middle school scenes were shot in the now defunct Patrick Henry High School in Stockbridge, Georgia. This is the same location used in both Hawkins Middle and Hawkins High Schools in season 1 and 2 of Stranger Things.
Oh, that.
Oh yeah, that reminded me. Okay, no, never mind.
Wow.
I was going to say something about a different movie, but it's okay. We'll get there eventually.
Sure.
Yeah.
All right, I'll take the next one here. The mask Brandon wears seems partially inspired by wasps. In an early classroom scene, he talks about how certain wasps place their young in a separate hive, getting others to feed them. This is a clear parallel to his situation.
Yeah.
He sees himself as a wasp.
Yeah, he says his superior race parents sent him here to be raised by other lesser beings.
Right.
Is that a wasp? I guess so. It's kind of got like some kind of, what do you call that?
Mask?
Nose.
It's bug-eyed looking.
It is.
The mask is bug-eyed looking.
Yeah.
It is. And there's like this seam down the front.
Yeah. Yeah, I could. It's waspish.
I would. Well,
now,
hey,
but you know what? A hornet is even more badass than a wasp.
Why?
Yeah,
I'm just saying.
The ship has sailed. He's committed to the wasp.
He's committed to the wasp. He's got stripes. Yeah.
Okay, I'll take next trivia here. Brandon Breyer's name follows the classic comic book convention of superheroes with alternative first and last names, such as Clark Kent, Peter Parker, Bruce Banner.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's interesting. What's up with that?
Matt Murdock.
Yeah, what's up with that?
J. Jonah Jameson Jr.
Sure. Keep them coming.
I could.
Dude, did you know much about this? Steve, you picked this movie. Did you know much about Brightburn and much about it beforehand?
I knew it was a twist on the Superman story where he's kind of, this is kind of a horror movie and he's not really necessarily good. It was highly recommended to me by one of my coworkers. But other than that, I got nothing. I like the poster. I like the poster. It was a good poster. I had heard about it. It was when it came out way back in 2019.
Yeah.
I don't know. I was always curious. It was on my to watch list. How did you know about it?
I've never heard about this myself.
I heard about it. I think I might have even seen the trailer of this in an actual movie theater. Goodness, remember those?
No.
So yeah, you kind of from the trailer, you kind of got the gist of what you're probably going to see there. So yeah, not a big shocker.
Brandon Breyer and Brightburn. Brightburn's the town, right?
Yeah.
Both BB.
Yeah. Yeah.
Any reason for that? No.
Coincidence?
Coincidence.
And,
Coincidence, yeah.
and
I mean, that might end up being his supervillain name, but I don't know.
Brightburn.
Yeah.
so in both Superman, he's from Smallville, Kansas, right?
Oh wait, that's just the last piece of trivia. Let me get to that.
Oh, okay, yeah, go for it.
Brightburn is mentioned as being in Kansas, which is where Kal-El landed and later grew up to become Superman. Kal-El is Superman's birth name, or Clark Kent's birth
Yes.
name before he leaves. What's his home world?
Kryptonite. Krypton.
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 Yeah.
Yes. So Brightburn, and do you think Brightburn and Smallville exist together in this Kansas universe, probably, or who knows?
I don't know. They didn't. Honestly, I think they were having some fun with this, and they were probably not thinking long term.
What about the era in this takes place? Did you guys see? Was there cell phones in this?
Yeah, there were cell phones, right? Yeah, because she's talking. She's trying to. They're trying to talk to each other.
All right. So this. I thought maybe something interesting is that while this was going on in Brightburn, in Smallville, simultaneously, Superman is coming about.
That's
what I mean?
That's what I was alluding to, right?
Yes, but that's not the case if there's cell phones here, because Superman, that would have been long before that. That was back in the 70s, and
because ultimately, this movie gives you no real sense of hope for anybody countering this super villain kid, Brightburn.
We need Superman.
There's nothing, and there's talk of more of them. How quickly do they lay waste to Earth and take the world?
Very quickly. We need Superman, and Batman is not going to cut it. We need Superman.
Now we're going to get into the whole geeky comic book world.
Yeah,
we need Superman. Batman ain't going to cut it.
No.
Them's fighting words. The Batman.
Well, you would imagine that if a kid like this is born, right, then has superpowers, that means that other super people would come about. Yeah.
Oh, there's a lot. And whoever was talking to the Brandon in this movie, well, maybe there's the voices talking to some other kid saying, we gotta get, you're a good boy, you go out there and be Superman.
Save the world. Save the world.
Save the world. Don't take the world. You hit it, nail on the head, Dave. Hit it. Ding.
Yeah. It's the yin and the yang. You gotta have balance. The world's balanced, right?
Hope so. Let's hope so.
Let's hope. Yeah.
Forever yin, there's yang. Forever yang, yang.
But boy, they didn't really give much.
For every Brendan, there's I don't know, Clark.
They sure didn't give you much of a hope in that movie at the end. It was pretty bleak.
Super bleak. Yeah. He dropped his mom.
Hard. That's hard.
I didn't think he would kill him. I didn't think he would kill the dad. I thought he would let the dad go. I didn't think he would kill the mom. He let the mom go.
Oh, I definitely thought dad was going to get a laser eye surgery for sure.
Laser eye surgery.
Yeah.
Laser eye removal, I think, is what.
All right, moving on. This isn't going well.
Swimmingly.
Okay, so is that Brightburn, gentlemen?
I think so.
I don't think I got anything else to add. Yeah.
That's Brightburn. We are primarily critical. You are awesome for joining us. And next week, Monday at noon, Synchronic.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
So, without spoilers, why did you pick it?
Looked like an interesting movie. I watched the trailer. It's a Netflix thing. Yeah, I like me some good time travel movies. That's all I'm going to say about it.
That's a lot. That's just saying a lot. I can't wait to talk about it.
All right.
And I can't wait for you guys to join us. If you like the show and you like wearing clothes, buy from us. We have a store. It says primarily critical on the clothing in this store.
Yeah. Sometimes we wear them. I'm not wearing one today, but sometimes we do.
I get my clothes from a variety of places, one of which is my store. Or our store, really. Because,
Caught me off guard. I might have had some of our merch around, but merchandise, as the lingo.
Yeah.
I promise the next video I'll find something. Well, one of us will find some.
It's all good. It's all good. There's no pressure. There's no pressure. I'm not telling you to like, share, and subscribe. I'm not going to do that to you. I'm not going to do that to you.
I think you should.
Give you dignity, and I'm going to say, if you need a shirt, buy from us. That's what I'm going to say.
Yeah, exactly. We all buy clothes, and they're reasonably priced, and it helps us out, gets a little money in our pocket.
It does.
So why not?
Why not? See you. That should be the music I'm hearing right now coming in.
Yeah.
Have yourselves a great day. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.